1.2 Sports Governance. Here, sports governance means the system by which sports organizations are governed. Recently, in Olympics, India's performance was very poor. Indian Sports Authority lack in providing coaching and is very weak in identifying the talent, and there is no proper infrastructure. There is no serious participation in sports. We can see participation only in the games like archery, hockey, wrestling, etc. All these are due to the weak sports governance in the country. So, there were a lot of corrupt people in All India Football Federation, and no general elections were conducted for a couple of years. So, and there were many illegal practices which were going internally in the AIFF. So, due to all these drawbacks, FIFA, that is International Federation of Association Football, has suspended this All India Football Federation. But after the Supreme Court involvement, FIFA Council has lifted the suspension of the AIFF. So look at this box over here, that is institutional frameworks for sports governance in India. So here in India there are actually two bodies, major bodies. One is IOA. IOA here means the Indian Olympic Association, under which the SOA, that is State Olympic Association, and the other one is NSF, that is National Sports Federation, are working. These are the autonomous bodies which are recognized by the Olympic Charter. And on the other side, that is the second major body, is the government body, which is the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, that is MYAS, and under this Sports Authority of India is there, and under this sports institutions and training centers are maintained. So and these are all for the Olympic Games and other one, and there is also other organizations where there is for non-Olympic sports. So here, for other non-Olympic sports, the organizations are directly linked with the international federations, like for example cricket, and the organization for cricket is the Board of Control for Cricket in India, that is BCCI, and it have direct affiliation from the international cricket federations. So this is how the organizations are linked for the sports governance in India. So externally the sports governance is good, but internally when we look at choosing the sports persons way, like how they choose, and the people who are involved in choosing the talented persons, and the way they choose the sports infrastructure, and the steps and methods involved in the sports, and the elections of the head of the sports organizations, all these are corrupt, or all these are done in a wrong way, suppressing the young talented sports persons. There are let's look at the issues of the sports organization. So here there are administrative issues, like the way they choose talented persons, and the way they choose is inappropriate. There is nepotism. The head persons are in their positions for a long period. No proper elections are conducted. Some people or some persons, like the AIFF president, remained in that position for 12 years. Remember, it is not a matter of person. Many thousands of young talented persons might be suppressed and destroyed their goals due to this administrative issues. The second issue is the financial issues. So imagine you are very much interested in cricket and or badminton, something, but you can't afford for coaching. In that situation, you generally look for a public grounds or public coaching. And what if even those are not provided for you due to lack of proper funding, you end up your goals, right? You end up your goals right there, isn't it? Like this, maybe many lakhs of young children's dreams might be shattered. And the next one is there are transparency issues in the sports organizations, and in some sports there is no proper people to manage the day to day affairs and to conduct events. So due to all these problems in some sports, the private sector entered. After the entry of the private sectors, uh, after the entry of the private sectors, sports activity started increasing. The money flow and professionalism has gained its importance, and talent identification was also started. But at the same time, the private sector has also started leading to issues of profit, illegal betting, etc. One of the best example of this kind of illegal betting is the betting involved between the Chennai Super Kings and the Rajasthan Royal owners. So these are some ill effects in the private sector involvement in sports. So government was also taken some initiatives to address this sports governance, like giving finance directly or indirectly. National Sports Development Code of India 2011 was also introduced. This that is the National Sports Development Code of India is also known as a sports code. And let's look into the key features of this sports code. First one is giving legal status to the sports organizations. Second one is elections should be held in transparent manner. Third is age and tenure limit is compulsory for all officers present in the sports organization, and prominent sports persons should be the representatives of organization. The sports organizations should have an office in Delhi and should maintain proper annual financial statements, and there should be a transparent selection process. Regular doping tests should also be conducted for all the players, etc. So all these are some of the key features of the sports code. So finally, sports persons separate sports rule book or legislation should be framed for proper administration, transparency. Sports infrastructure should be developed. Talent identification should be done in a transparent way. Elections should be held in fair manner, and the principles, the governing principles in sports should be driven with the value based and also the culture based, and proper measures should be taken that everybody are accountable and transparent.